Hey fellas, Crackety here. Age of Empires 4 is an incredibly diverse game, currently hosting 16 very uniquely designed civilizations, with even more being on the horizon, with 2 additional DLCs being planned in 2025. Today we're going to be taking a look at arguably one of, if not the most unique civilization in Age of Empires 4, the Mongols. This civilization truly embraces the idea of a nomadic-style civilization with some very unique mechanics and gameplay elements that truly make you feel like a Khan leading your nomadic tribe through the ages. In this video, we will talk about all the things that make the Mongols such a great civilization and provide you all the information that you need to consider whether you should be picking up the Mongols as your next civilization in Age of Empires 4. We already mentioned just how unique the Mongols are as a civilization, so next up, let's cover just what exactly it is that makes them so unique. Mongols get a civ bonus called Great Dominion. This allows you to be able to pack up every single building and redeploy them at a new spot on the map. Alongside that, the Mongols also do not need to build houses, as they start off with a population cap of 200. Their outposts, while not being able to be fortified, also provide a buff called the Yam Aura to nearby cavalry and traders, increasing their movement speed by 15%. This can be upgraded to also affect infantry, either via landmark choice in Feudal Age or a technology from the outpost in Castle Age. Another civilization trait is the Khanate, replacing your Dark Age Scout with a Khan that is able to buff units with signal arrows, shoot enemy units with a range attack, and alongside your Scout can send out Falcons to scout out nearby terrain. This unit will get stronger with every age up and in late game becomes an incredibly powerful hero unit. As a nomadic civilization, Mongols have no need for farms. Instead, they rely on pastures for sustainable food income. Pastures spawn sheep every couple of minutes, allowing your villagers to gather food safely wherever you currently have your base deployed. Fitting the theme of the Mongols, they get access to the raid bounty. Whenever a Mongol unit ignites an opponent's building, they plunder for 25 food and gold. This also affects buildings that are cancelled when under construction and in combat with a Mongol unit. This can be even further upgraded through upgrades from the Uvu. Speaking of the Uvu is a unique building accessible only to the Mongols. Mongolian villagers are unable to mine from stone mines. Instead, they rely on the Uvu to generate stone. The Uvu can be placed on a stone mine and after construction will slowly generate stone as it depletes the stone outcropping it has been built on. Buildings placed near the Uvu are able to produce an additional unit or research unique improved upgrades in exchange for stone. The Uvu alongside the outpost is the only building for the Mongols that cannot be packed up as it's bound to the stone outcropping on the map. Mongols also get a small bonus on water with augmented transports. Transport ships for Mongols move 15% faster and have 50% bonus HP. This is a very niche civ bonus that doesn't see a lot of play as most maps don't offer avenues for transport ships. You could, however, make use of this by using the sturdier transport ships as meat shields for your naval army in fights. Additionally, back to land, Mongols also get a bonus to trading. For every couple of traders out on the field, Mongol traders bring back a bunch of additional resources. You get an additional 10% food for 5, 10% wood for 10, and 10% gold for 15 traders, overall totaling 30% additional resources from trade, making them an excellent trade civilization in the game. These were all the unique civilization bonuses that the Mongols get access to in Age of Empires 4. Next, let's quickly cover some of the unique units that the Mongols can produce. Starting us off with the Mangudai, probably one of the most iconic units in the game. The Mangudai in Age of Empires 4 is a mounted cavalry archer available starting in the Feudal Age with a very fast attack speed that is able to shoot arrows while moving. Being very squishy and not having a lot of attack range does mean, however, that you will have to pay very close attention to your Mangudai, else you'll lose them a lot quicker than you made them. Next up, the Keshik. Replacing both the Knight or Lancer, the Keshik is a heavily armored cavalry unit available in the Feudal Age. While boasting weaker stats than a normal Knight, it makes up for it with a reduced cost, faster attack speed, and a lifesteal passive healing it for every time it attacks an enemy unit or building. Only available for production when choosing the Deerstone's landmark in Feudal Age, the Khan's Hunter works similarly to a Mangudai, but also buffs up nearby ranged units, providing them with an increase to their attack range that gets better with each age up. And last but not least, the Traction Trebuchet replaces the normal Trebuchet for the Mongols. While it does do less damage than an ordinary Trebuchet, the Traction Trebuchet can be produced from infantry units alongside mangonels and springles after researching the improved siege engineering upgrade from a blacksmith. It also benefits from faster movement and attack speed, reduced setup time as well as cost. Next, let's go over all the landmarks available to the Mongols. In Feudal Age, the Mongols get to decide between the Deerstones and the Silver Tree. The Silver Tree acts as a market, allowing you to trade for resources and train traders. Traders produced from the Silver Tree get a 40% discount to their gold cost and train 40% faster. This allows you to scale your economy through trade as soon as you hit Feudal Age, forcing your opponent to play aggressive against you or risk falling behind in economy. The Deerstone's landmark, as previously mentioned, provides you with the ability to train Khan Hunters from your archer ranges. On top of that, it immediately unlocks the Aura movement speed bonus on infantry including villagers, while also being able to provide it itself, just like an outpost. Like other buildings, you can reposition the Deerstones in order to have a mobile Aura providing building out on the map. This landmark is ideal for maps that have poorly positioned or no neutral trading posts at all, or if you just want to make use of the increased movement speed on your villagers and infantry for increased mobility and a slight economy buff. Having the Aura movement speed on your villagers also makes them a lot better at running away from raiding units. In Castle Age, the Kurultai grants a strong healing aura to units in a large radius around it, healing units for 1 health every second. On top of that, it also increases the damage of all units within its aura by 20%. This building can transform any feeble army consisting of Feudal Age units into incredibly potent killing machines upon age up. Best utilized for timing pushes, the Kurultai is going to be a must-have nearby fights should you opt into using this landmark. As a second option, the Step Redoubt, very straightforward. While acting as a Gur, gold dropped off at the Step Redoubt is increased by an astonishing 50%. This vastly increases your gold income in Castle Age and means that you can get a whopping 6,000 gold out of 4,000 and 12,000 gold out of 8k gold mines on the map. This landmark allows for some incredibly creative play with the option of going for a ton of gold-heavy units or going for potential macro play by buying resources through the market with your additional gold income. Getting into Imperial Age, the White Stupa acts as an Uvu and produces 240 stone per minute. Unlike an Uvu though, the White Stupa generates this stone regardless of a stone outcropping, giving you a bit more permeance to your stone income. My personal favorite, however, has to be the last landmark for the Mongols, the Khaganate Palace. This landmark spawns a random troop of Imperial Age units, not just from your own, but from a lot of different civilizations. Randomly decided after every spawn of troops, you get the chance to produce Chinese Palace Guards, or Nest of Bee, Rus Warrior Monks, fully upgraded Knights or Cavalry Archers, or from your own civilization, Mangudai and the Hu Pao, a unique and stronger version of the Trebuchet, boosting more range, more damage, and overall just being an absolute monster of a siege unit. So, to summarize, the Mongols in Age of Empires 4 offer an incredibly unique playstyle utilizing lots of really interesting mechanics. Strategies that Mongol players make use of are Dark Age tower rushing your opponent, utilizing the double production on a barracks through the Uvu to immediately disrupt your opponent's gameplay and deny resources. Scaling your economy, starting in the Feudal Age through the usage of trade, while keeping your opponent on their toes thanks to your enhanced mobility out on the map. Waging wars in Castle Age thanks to either the boost in income or power of your troops thanks to your strong landmark options, or dominate your opponent in the late game thanks to a very strong raiding unit like the Mangudai, while keeping up on the production front thanks to your Khaganate Palace bonus or bonus emplacements courtesy of your White Stupa landmark. I hope you enjoyed this showcase of the Mongol civilization. Will you be picking up the Mongols as your next civilization in Age of Empires 4? Let me know below in the comments, and thanks for watching. Cheers!